Hey guys, so welcome back to Zero Escape Virtue's Last Reward. Let's carry on where we left off. We've just tied 10 Miyuji to Akane, or June, from the previous game, 999. So that's good. We've got another link to the previous Nonary game, and we have to wonder why her face was recognized by the facial recognition software, right? Could that be her office? I'm not sure. But since we've got 10 Miyuji tied to her, we've got Quark tied to her, we've got Clover from the previous game as well here, and we've got Alice as well. There's some links that are now starting to appear, finally, relating to 999. It started to feel like this one was a bit more standalone, right? But who knows if we'll see anyone else, like Ace, Snake, Junpei, of course, the main character. I don't know if we'll see Ace, probably not. He's been incarcerated, right? Taken into custody.
I want to come with you.
Right, of course, Tenryuji's going back to go after the picture by himself, which is a terrible idea, considering the fact that we've already lost Alice in this flow. Hopefully everyone else is still alive. We don't know for sure, I guess, until we get back to the warehouse. Me too.
Nah, that's fine. Why don't you head back to the warehouse, Sigma? The others are probably already waiting.
Not to mention, if he's going by himself, I feel like he's going to get up to something suspicious, since he's got ties to Akane, and she was recognized by that software. What if her user ID is Akane on the computer, right? It could be. Or June, maybe? Suppose we'll find out soon enough what the user ID is going to be. Alright. I'll see you two later then.
Right.
Bye, Mr. Sigma.
Okay, bye. Great, I'm the one going by myself. I'll watch them jog off toward the blue door. And then they were gone. I mean, I suppose Tenryuji wants to spend every waking moment with Quark since he almost lost the boy. Guess I should be getting back then. Please, no one else be dead. Are we actually going to play the third AB game for the first time? I feel like we can play it in the other flow where we have to unlock the director's office computer, but of course we got stuck because we don't know what the user ID is. So that's great. Alright. How is this flow going to end? I'm so curious. I'm so curious about these tie-ins. Sorry if I didn't sound like, you know, excited about seeing Akane's face. Like, internally, I felt like, oh shit, it's happening. But I could, when I watched it back, I was just like, oh wow, that's Akane, yeah. Probably because I was so freaking sleepy. I'm sorry. Anyway. I stepped into the warehouse to find all the other teams already there. Okay, good. And no one prematurely opened the AB rooms, which is nice. Dio kept himself under control. Probably because he's going to go through whether he allies or betrays. Just depends on his opponent, right? Kay and Luna. Fine, Clover. And Dio. By himself. The moment Dio spotted me, he dashed over to the rightmost AB room and slid his card through the reader. Wow. Well, at least he was courteous enough to wait for the last team to arrive, even if it's just me. I can't remember who his opponents are.
An Ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
I want to say his opponent is Fine Clover. Can't remember though. Yeah, and Clover, cheeky little shit, trying to tease me and whatnot. As in, like, flirt with me. As he turned to look at me, I swore I saw a flash of a smug grin.
There. Happy?
Extremely.
This time I waited for you to get back before I opened it. You see? I can be considerate.
But Tenryuji and Quark aren't here.
Yeah, where are they?
Guess they forgot something back in the room we found. They ran back to grab it real quick.
And they'll be here in a few minutes.
Covering up that it's a photo, huh?
No big deal.
Yeah. While we waited, we exchanged information about the rooms we'd investigated. Unfortunately, none of it seemed very useful. None of us had found anything, and we were no closer to unraveling any of the increasing number of mysteries we were faced with. So no one found, in the security room, the fact that we can rewatch security tapes. I didn't mention that there's a computer there we could log into. Unless we're talking about the safes, which were actually, yeah, pretty empty. With that discussion exhausted, we sat down to wait. And we don't know, I don't know what the third room is. At least, I don't think I do. Before long, 20 minutes had passed since Dio opened the door and Tenryuji and Quark were nowhere in sight. Oh, great. Now
Don't you
what?
think they're taking a little long?
Is Quark up to something again?
Yes, I'm getting worried. What if something happened to them?
Yeah. 20 minutes is far too long. I'll go have a look.
Then I shall accompany you.
Oh, great. Nah, I'll be fine by myself. It's not that far away.
Just don't look into the abyss too long, or you might become a monster.
Okay, so don't look into your eyes then, because I know what you were planning when you tried to friggin' flirt with me to get to betray, okay? That's, don't think... Okay. Look, I'm just going to go to the director's office. I'll be right back. No big deal. Right. See you guys later. I gave a quick goodbye wave and stepped out of the warehouse, and that was the final goodbye we would ever say to them. I feel like I'm gonna get ambushed by Quark. He's gonna, like, jump on me and, like, hang off my shoulders, and I'm gonna try and shake him off, and then he's gonna stab me in the neck. Or maybe I just got a wicked imagination. I don't know. There's just something about Quark that really puts me off, you know? He's a scary little kid. Very suspicious. Okay, we made it back. Did I get trapped behind the wall? Clumsy. Hello. Oh no, it's this music. This music's always so creepy when I hear it. Nobody here? Oh, I was about to say, is that blood? Because it's like dug her up with like pink blood, but no, that's the balloon. Huh? That's odd. There's nobody here. The picture's gone though. Tamuji and Quark must have been here then. I laid out the floor B map. They must have taken the door that faces the warehouse. After that, they probably went through the warehouse and out the blue door to the elevator. Is that what you think? Yeah. That's a much shorter route. On the other hand, I came through the red door, which is kind of a long way around, but that's how we got there in the first place, right? Huh? Looks like we managed to miss each other perfectly. Yeah, totally. Ugh. Well, this was a huge waste of time. Shoot. Might as well head back, I suppose. I'd packed up the map and was headed toward the door when... Huh? There was a light on where there hadn't been a light before. This thing, of course. We didn't get to use it in the room. I just completely wrote it off. What? Why is that thing on? Is this some sort of like hologram? We messed with it earlier, but nothing seemed to work. I felt a sudden wave of inexplicable, nauseating dread. Did they get vaporized? Did they get abducted? The light stared at me. I swallowed and edged cautiously toward it. Oh great, we're like a moth to a flame. The machine was in arm's reach now. I stretched my hand out toward it. Slowly. Slowly. Holy shit. It's...
So, you finally made it.
You. No. You're...
I am Zero.
Zero? Hi.
I was the one who brought you here.
You've got a bracelet on your wrist.
You undoubtedly have as many questions for me as there are stars in the sky.
That's a lot of questions.
As you can see, however, this is only a recording.
Wow.
I will therefore be unable to directly answer any questions.
Well, shoot. Come on, hit me. Hit me. I'm ready.
Ask if you wish, but I cannot respond.
I considered taking a swing at him, but decided that was spectacularly futile, and kept my bold fist at my side.
Now, where to begin?
The beginning's always good.
There are many things I wish to tell
Oh man, I just want to lean back in my seat right now, just listen for all the answers pouring into my brain, and I'll be like, yeah.
But unfortunately, our time is limited.
Why?
As such, the information I can provide is also limited.
I wanted to say he was Snake for some reason, but then, you know, Snake's blind in both eyes. He has some weird eye patch.
I have chosen two things of great importance to tell you. First, I will tell you about termites.
That's your big revelation? You want to tell me about termites? Okay? I could just Wikipedia this.
In retrospect, I suppose that's a rather odd thing to say.
You know it, you tease.
I imagine you look rather bewildered right now. Perfectly understandable.
He's seeing right through me.
The person who kidnapped you and threatened you with death is lecturing you about insects.
Not even locusts, it's termites.
I suspect it hardly seems fair. Nonetheless, this is very important. In a way, it will determine your fate.
I like how he says, you know, I have limited time, but I'm going to make jokes about, well, it's strange that I'm saying termites right now.
So I ask that you listen carefully.
Okay, sorry, I'll behave. Let's listen.
Have you ever seen a termite mound?
No. Not in the game.
They are splendid structures. Some might even call them works of art. Termites are natural architects, and their mounds are both structurally sound and make excellent use of space.
What I actually like about this, like, sort of exposition is someone's actually reading it besides me, and there's this nice music in the background.
So, are they following some sort of plan as they build? Are there termite blueprints detailing which room goes where? No, of course not.
No, it's instinct, right?
Each termite is simply an oblivious cog in a tremendous machine programmed by millions of years of termite DNA. It is doubtful an individual termite has any idea what its contributions are helping to create. But a human does. We can appreciate the elegant forms of their alien cathedrals.
I like how he put that. Alien cathedrals.
We can see the simple beauty of their perfect functionality.
And they're none the wiser. They're just doing what they're told, doing what they're programmed to do.
We can understand the splendid planning of their structure. In other words, only an intelligence of a higher order can understand the beauty of what the termite builds. Now, consider humans. Why are we alive? Why do we love and give birth? Why do we create? From where do our cultures spring?
Very big questions.
There are many theories, but no one knows the truth. We are oblivious cogs in a tremendous machine programmed by millions of years of human DNA.
We're just the next step up. And celestial being, or beings, are watching us. Marveling at our beautiful alien cathedrals that we're designing here on Earth, huh?
No doubt you see now what this analogy is supposed to illustrate. Yes, I mean to say humans are not different from termites. We trudge through our lives with no greater understanding of our ultimate goal.
That is, you know... It's quite sad that a lot of people in life, I suppose, just operate on autopilot. They just do things, and it's funny just because as how society has been formed, right? It's actually quite marvelous and magnificent, the fact that we're able to build these huge cities. We've got law and order for the most part. We've managed to evolve so much from prehistoric times and come up with a way to somehow live together mostly, like, peacefully, like we can coexist. We haven't gone into complete global thermonuclear war yet, but you know, it's always on the cards. But, you know, we've found a way to do all of this, just as humans, without supposedly any guidance whatsoever, right? So it does beg the question, like, did we really just accidentally come up with this idea that we should live as a society, cooperate, and get bigger, and just have sprawling metropolises all around the world, or someone guiding us, somehow, behind the scenes, invisibly?
You might say we don't understand what we're building. Only an intelligence of a higher order than ours can understand what we're doing.
But that's, I suppose, the arrogance of humanity, right? We think we're the be-all, end-all. We're the only intelligent life here on Earth, you know, that can walk, talk, create stuff. Not like, you know, the animals and whatnot. Aliens.
Imagine how we might look to such an intelligence. We may be building some structure so perfect and elegant, we can't even perceive it. Whatever it is, we've likely been building it on a dimension just above the ones we know since time immemorial. If we are like the termites, then what we've created is almost certainly something of tremendous beauty.
Too bad we can't comprehend it. But what does this all have to do with the Nonary Game, Mr. Zero?
And you are about to catch a glimpse of it.
Oh, really?
Or have you already?
No? Question mark?
Well, that's enough on that subject, I think.
Okay, I thought you were gonna give me answers, Zero, okay?
Consider what I've said.
Okay, I'll consider.
Now, let's move on to the second topic.
Okay.
It is somewhat more immediately meaningful to your life, and, in fact, the lives of several billion other people. I realize this is rather sudden, but I have a password for you.
Great, hit me.
It is the password to disarm the bomb, numbered 1.
Oh, shit. Freaking hell. Whoops, I accidentally scribbled there. That's the 0 bomb, right? So he's gonna give me 1. The 1 bomb. Gotcha. Bomb?
Are you ready? I will only say this once, so pay close attention.
Understood.
The password to disarm the number 1 bomb is BQZ RGJ DXR.
Hang on, need consistency in colors. B Q. Oh man, terrible writing. C R G J D X R. Almost wrote RDJ for Robert Downey Jr. R G J D X R. I think we'll just go. One. This should just really say it's come from 0. 0. I had no idea what he was talking about. What bomb? Was he saying there were bombs too? If he'd guessed at my future confusion, he showed no sign of it. Interesting.
That is the last of the information this message was meant to convey.
So was this message directed at the other flow? The far right flow where we go through with Alice? Because that's the one focusing on all the bombs, right?
Before I go, however, I have a warning.
So Dio isn't the one who's been planting the bombs then. Well, he planted a bomb, but this guy knows about the other bomb. Unless he's part of the Brotherhood, I think. I can't remember. The one that Dio serves for.
You cannot tell any of your companions what you heard or saw here.
Why not?
If you do, you will be penalized immediately.
Why? How would you know? Someone's watching us, right? Of course. Or are you talking about your AI, Zero Jr.?
I hope we will meet again someday.
Can I say... I looked in the director's office, I couldn't find anything to do with Tenmuji and Quark. Does anyone else want to have a try? Because I just... Maybe you guys will find something that I couldn't. Does that count?
We would have much to discuss.
Wait! God damn it, you can't just spout out all that crap and disappear! I found myself yelling at empty air. Great, when the hell did this come on? The hologram had disappeared. Did Tenmuji and Quark see this? Or was it just me? Ugh. What kind of an idiot does he take me for? Termites? Other dimensions? How could that have anything to do with kidnapping us? Shit! I kicked out a nearby shelf.
10
Don't do that.
minutes
Oh,
remain until Ambidex Game polling closes.
So we get a warning like, please do not damage the furniture.
All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
At this point, we might as well go back and vote, right? If they haven't appeared, we can look for them after. But if I vote ally, you know, then that'll give me a bit of a boost. Considering I'm behind on points, aren't I? Oh, crap. I need to get back. Not like there's any point staying here. Maybe we should go that route. But I'm scared of what we might find. I spun around and ran out of the room toward the warehouse. Okay, good. We're following their route. Oh,
Grandpa!
never mind. We're going up here. Oh, Quark. Hello.
Look! Mr. Sigma's back!
Gee, thanks. Freaking frowns at me.
Took you long enough.
Get out of town! We waited 20 minutes for you! I came back in 10 minutes. Or 15, I guess. asshole. Where are the others?
In the AB rooms.
They went in already?
Yep.
Why didn't you two? Have you been waiting for me?
Yeah. Grandpa said there was something he had to tell you before we voted, no matter what.
It's not the hologram, is it? Because I don't want your grandpa penalized. Oh.
Nothing that significant. Just wanted to tell you we're going to choose ally this round.
Oh, thanks for, sticking around and letting me know that.
That's it.
And you had to tell me that no matter what? Seems kind of pointless. I mean, words are cheap. You can promise whatever you want.
True, but we've got something to back it up. Just hear me out.
Okay. Go ahead.
Quark and I both have 8 BP.
Yes.
We're already on the home stretch. So what do we need to get to the magic number? Well, we need you to choose ally.
Mm-hmm.
If you do that, it doesn't really matter to us what we pick.
You'd get to 9 whether you got 2 or 3 points. But I could always drag you down. And bring myself up, because I only have 3 points right now. But still, that would be just a huge dick move.
Exactly. That being the case, we don't have any reason to betray you.
Unless it's to defend your points.
And if we both choose ally, we both gain points.
True. But you must have considered that I'll choose betray. That would mean you'd choose betray to protect yourselves.
But that's why we're telling you we won't choose betray.
Mm-hmm.
Can I trust you?
Of course.
Yeah, we can trust them to choose ally, but then, if they get to 9 points, can we trust them to stick around? That's the question. Alright. Tell me one thing. Let's say we do this and we both ally. Everybody gets 2 points. That means you and Quark will have enough to leave, which is great for you, but I'll be stuck with a measly 5. How do I know you aren't going to just open the number 9 door and leave us in the lurch?
I can guarantee it.
How?
I can give you my word.
I feel like your picture is probably worth more than that at this point in time.
I will not open the number 9 door, even if I have enough points to do so.
What if you just make Quark do it? What about Dio? He could open the door if he has 9 points, right? We'd have to restrain him, and we know how good we are at doing that.
I swear it.
When it's not me.
We aren't going to abandon everybody else just so we can escape.
But isn't Quark's safety the priority?
I swear too. I promise.
Man. So all you've got is a promise, huh?
When I make a promise, I keep it. Trust me.
Please! You've got to trust us!
You both betrayed in the first round. Including you, Quark. Even though you pinned it on Dio, which is believable. There's just something about Quark that really rubs me the wrong way. I don't know. Maybe I'm just paranoid. Alright, fine. I'll trust you.
2 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
We're counting on you, Sigma.
You gotta choose ally!
Okay.
You promised!
Can I even choose betray? I can. Okay, never mind. It's only the other one. Oh no, the other one has a game as well. With that, they turned and ran into the AB room second from the right. Well, guess I should get moving. Either way, it's the end of the road. This is a pretty cool flow. Yeah, you guys are right. I like this one. What? This music? This is the music you hear when you find like dead bodies and shit. Goodness me.
1 minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
At least I'm not in danger of dying now. I've got 3 points. I had a decision to make. Should I trust Quark and Tenmyuji? Well, I could believe they were telling the truth and still betray them. That would bring my BP up to 6. I'd be that much closer to 9. Yeah, except we can play this game as many times as we want, and that's going to be detrimental to our reputation. And choosing betray would guarantee that they wouldn't try to escape without the rest of us. Betrayal seemed like the safe bet. I feel like if I betray them, they're not going to be able to escape, and Dio or someone else is going to, or Kay is going to run out the door. But
Please! You've got trust us.
I mean, when he says it like that, I really want to trust them. Like they've got some sort of secret plan up their sleeve.
You've got to choose ally.
But then he gives me that little sly grin there, you know?
You promised.
Did I? Tenmyuji I could easily betray. But Quark? What the hell was I going to do?
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Jeez, I don't have my formula to count on, you know? Normally we do the betray first, ally second. Now we're on the third AB game. What the hell am I supposed to do? I'm lost.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright. We'll choose ally. Here we go.
Round 3 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation.
You're welcome.
Ambidex gates now opening.
Alright, time to see what we have reaped as a reward.
Results from round 3 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Okay. Quark's picture finally appearing after a long time. Betray, of course. Betray ally. Wow. You asshole motherfucker. You dickhead. Oh, now Clover's got freaking 11 points. Luna, you betrayed? Oh my gosh.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly.
Did Clover do her routine again?
Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Quark's gonna be like, it wasn't me, it was Grandpa, Mr. Tenmyuji. He pushed the betray button, but I'll see you later, Sigma. Hey! What the hell, guys? Why'd you betray me?
Quark had nothing to do with this. I made the vote.
Ah, you motherfucker. I've had enough of your shit, Tenmyuji, okay? I can't believe this guy has fooled me so many times. This is why I choose betray, okay? I don't trust any of these people.
Grandpa.
Alright, fine. Why'd you break your promise, Tenmyuji?
I only promised you one thing. We wouldn't open the number 9 door even if we got 9 points.
What? So, you're not going to leave?
Not what I said. Of course we're going to leave.
What?
Look, see Clover over there?
What? Don't tell me. Told ya. Someone else is gonna open the door. He ain't gonna do it. Loophole Boston. What are you, a lawyer?
Oh no.
Jeez.
That bitch!
Wait. Quark and Tenmyuji have...
The words were barely out of her mouth when Tenmyuji and Quark ran past.
No! God damn it!
This reminds me of that time where I go through the number 1 door, I think it is? I can't remember. The door where we shouldn't be able to go because we're gonna leave some people behind in 999. And I think it's Lotus and Clover just sprinting towards the door, leaving Santa behind or something. I can't remember. No, was it Santa who got left behind? Someone did. Anyway, jackass.
Clover.
And she's just got this like shocked face, like, oops, did I do that? Did I open the number 9 door? Oh my god.
Are you really going to leave? Well, yeah.
Yeah, Alice is dead.
Why else would I open the door?
For some fresh air?
But why?
I'm going to go call the others, so we can capture Zero Senior.
Tenmyuji, are you and Quark going too?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Sorry, everybody.
I just want to give this guy the finger. I'm doing it right now, but you can't see. I swear.
So Sigma,
Yeah, what?
happy? I kept my promise. Clover opened the door, not me.
Like hell I'm happy! That's some shady shit, Tenryuji! Sorry, I know Sigma's not laughing when he says that.
You say so. I have to get out of here, and that's that. He's got to pay for what he's done.
He?
Zero.
You mean you know who Zero Senior is?
Yeah, he's seen the hologram.
Yeah, no point keeping it a secret now, I suppose.
Oh, really? Oh god, I hope he gets penalized right here, right now. Just penalize him, Zero.
I know exactly who Zero Senior is.
What?
That door took so long to open.
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
I mean, I guess no matter what, Clover's going to open the door, right? Whether I allied or betrayed. If I choose betray, though, Tenryuji's not going to be able to get out.
Let's go.
Oh my gosh. We've got the fire alarm going off. Be right back. Okay. Crisis averted. Jeez. I was like thinking, is this alarm part of the game? The number 9 door's already open. Oh shit, that's actually coming from the kitchen. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay.
Come on, guys. Time to move.
Right.
Of course, that Tenryuji and Clover, of course. Is that what he? Sorry, I had a little like think about it while I was bloody waving the tea towel at the smoke alarm, trying to blow the smoke outside because my wife's making dinner. Is that what he told Clover? That like you can trust me because I know Akane, I know June, who was part of your Nonary Game. Maybe.
Oh, wait! This is for you, Mr. Sigma.
Oh, thank you. You've only got 9 seconds, though, you little betrayer. Quark held something out. I looked down to see 2 pieces of folded paper. What is this? What does it say? You snooze, you lose?
It's a letter. I wrote it in the director's office before the AB game. I wanted to tell you what kind of guy Grandpa is.
Oh, wow. Thank you for giving me his Facebook profile summary.
So, read it, okay?
Pressed it into my hand.
See you later, Mr. Sigma.
Yeah, see ya never, because I'm stuck here. Then he turned and ran toward the door, Tenryuji and Clover following in his footsteps. I was so surprised by the letter I didn't even try to stop them. Before I could think of anything to say.
See you.
Goodbye.
Well, team, it's just us now.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the Nonary Game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible.
So when they say all doors, that means all rooms have been open, right? Even the ones that we didn't need to go to in these flows.
Please enjoy your stay.
So what happens if we open those safes? So we're going to be like finding things that we're like, well, what the hell is this? Because it doesn't relate to these flows, right?
Shit! They're gone.
No shit.
All we can do now is hope they bring help back.
Indeed.
I agree.
I looked down at Quark's letter and slowly unfolded it. His handwriting was still slightly uneven, but he'd filled both pages with writing. I began to read. It was a really stormy day when he found me. He said the rain was coming down so hard it almost hurt, but somehow he managed to hear a baby crying. I guess I must have been crying pretty loud. He took me home and did his best to raise me, but he'd never been married or had a kid before, so I think it was really hard for him. He couldn't figure out how to mix the formula, so he was always carrying the directions around with him. Also, I guess I was a picky eater, so if he didn't get the water to formula ratio just right, I wouldn't eat it. I guess I was kind of a pain, huh? But he didn't give up, and now here I am. When he found me, I was really, really small, and he was worried that I might not make it. I remember this picture, right? This rain, it was in the beginning, like, before we go into the glass cracking and we wake up in the AB room, right? That's why he named me Quark. A quark is a really, really small thing, and I was really, really small too. Grandpa didn't need to worry though. because it turned out that I was pretty tough. When I was 1, he forgot I was sleeping in the bed of his truck and drove off. I rolled out and went off the back, but I didn't even get scratched. I started walking when I was 2, and when he wasn't looking, I fell down the stairs. I didn't get hurt then either. When I was 3, I got really sick. I had a super high fever for a week, but eventually I got better. Okay, Quark, I thought this was about your grandfather, not your life story. I guess you could say I'm pretty lucky. Anyway, I didn't really have any more accidents after that, and I was a pretty healthy kid. By the time I was 6, I started helping Grandpa out with his work. His job was to gather junk from abandoned buildings. Then he'd fix it up or pull out the useful parts and sell them. There were plenty of abandoned buildings, but finding good stuff in them was hard. You had to know which parts were useful, or you could end up wasting a bunch of time. Every time I'd find something, he'd explain to me what it was, how it was supposed to work, how to fix it, all sorts of things. No wonder he took more than 20 minutes to get back. Usually though, I just wanted to finish up work so I could go to the theater. The theater came to our town once a week in a wagon. They'd show us old news or movies. I went every single week, but Grandpa only went once in a while, and he'd only go weeks when they showed movies. Oh yeah, I didn't know that I'd been adopted until I was 7. One of the other kids on my block told me. I guess after Grandpa found me, he looked all over town to try and find somebody who'd take me. The kid from my block actually had a mom, and he'd ask her if she would take me too. I gotta admit, I was pretty shocked when I heard that. There weren't a lot of kids with parents around, so hearing that someone lived with his actual mom was pretty impressive. I was also kind of surprised that Grandpa had tried to get someone else to take me. Did that mean he didn't want me? The kid who told me about Grandpa trying to get rid of me was a real jerk. He was totally spoiled, and he'd brag to everybody about how he had a mom. He liked to come up to me while I was working and say stuff like, "Must be hard not having a mother." It never bothered me before, but after I found out that Grandpa had adopted me, I started to think that maybe he didn't really want me. But why call him Grandpa? You should have just called him Dad, man. You know? Is it because he's old? If I could work on my own, then he could get rid of me. I was scared to know the truth, so I never asked him. Then one day he took me to a bar in our neighborhood. Irresponsible. During the day, of course. Not so irresponsible. He went there sometimes to drink scotch, but I'd never gone before. When we got in, he just walked up to the counter with that grumpy look he has, and I thought, oh no, he's gonna make me work here. But I was wrong. I saw him pass something to the bartender, and then he picked me up and set me down on a stool next to the counter. The stool was pretty high, especially for a 7-year-old kid, and my legs just dangled off of it. It seemed really, really high to me, and I was pretty nervous. Eventually, the bartender came back over with a glass of scotch and another big glass full of something else. Coca-Cola. As I looked closer, I realized that the second glass was full of some sort of brown liquid with a scoop of ice cream in it. Coca-Cola float. It took me a minute to realize what it was. A root beer float. Ah, root beer float. Never mind. I'd never seen one before. I was so surprised. Root beer was even more expensive than the nicest alcohol in the bar. To me and the other kids, it seemed like more like an urban legend than a real drink. But there it was, right in front of me. I stared at the float. I still wasn't sure it was real at that point, and then turned to look at Grandpa. He looked back at me. I didn't know what to do, so I turned to the bartender. He had already turned around and moved off though, so I figured he must have put the glass down in front of me on purpose. It still didn't seem like it could be real, and I was just staring at it when Grandpa told me to hurry up and drink it before the ice cream melted. His gruff voice sounded like an angel's. "Is this really mine?" He nodded. Sorry, Quark's the one who said it. Suddenly Quark gets a deep voice. Words can't describe how awesome it was. I'd never tasted anything like root beer before. The creamy sweetness of the ice cream made my entire head feel light. I felt like the luckiest boy in the whole world. That's not an exaggeration, I really thought that. The root beer float was delicious, but what made me even happier was Grandpa. When I looked over at him, he was smiling. I know that's gotta be hard for you to imagine, but he really was. Right then I didn't care whether he'd just found me and adopted me or not. He'd bought me a root beer float. That made me way luckier than some kid who had a mother, but had never tasted root beer. Totally. Of course, after we left the bar, he was the first kid I bragged to. So Grandpa and I were doing pretty good. Until the fight. I was in a super bad mood that day. I'd torn one of my shoes that morning, and some old drunk guy had yelled at me. All the junk I found was totally useless. The day was almost over, and I was fed up. So I just grabbed some random trash and took it back to the house. When I showed what I'd found to Grandpa, he frowned. He started going through each thing I'd brought back, explaining why they were all useless. I got really mad and just yelled, "I don't care!" Then he got mad and I couldn't take it anymore, so I ran away. I was pretty upset, and I started thinking that maybe Grandpa had only adopted me so he could raise me to work and make money for him. After a while, I went and hid in an abandoned building, but by then I'd started to calm down and think that maybe I should go back and apologize. It had started raining pretty hard though, so I decided I should wait for it to stop. But that was just an excuse. The truth was that I was nervous. Part of me knew I'd done something wrong, but I didn't want to admit it. Ain't that all of us, Quark? The rain didn't stop though, so I just sat there staring at the gloomy gray sky. I imagined Grandpa coming to get me. It kept raining all night, and he never showed up. I gave up waiting and decided it was time to go home. I was about halfway there when I heard somebody groaning. At first I thought I should just ignore it and not get involved, but I went over anyway and it was Grandpa. He was totally soaked, and I could tell right away that he'd been there for a really long time. I yelled and he opened his eyes a little bit. He smiled weakly and said he was glad I was safe. He'd spent all night out in the rain looking for me. I felt awful. Grandpa had been out in the rain looking for me so long that he'd collapsed. I was horrible. He'd heard me crying in the rain, but I hadn't heard him. As I ran to get the doctor, I promised whatever god might be listening that if they would only save Grandpa, I'd never ask for another root beer float ever again. He got a real bad fever, and his temperature wouldn't go down for days. The doctor said that if it kept up, he'd die. If he died, then I'd be all alone. There wouldn't be anybody left to care about me. The thought of that happening terrified me. Fortunately, I must have passed some of my luck on to Grandpa, because a week later his fever finally broke. I was glad he wasn't going to die, but I was also a little scared. What if he had decided he didn't want a stupid kid like me around anymore? My plan was to apologize as soon as he woke up, but when the moment came, my brain just stopped. Grandpa started to talk, and it took me a minute to realize he was apologizing. I didn't know what to think. He explained that he was an old man, and that meant he was probably going to die sooner rather than later. He was strict with me because he wanted to make sure I'd be able to make it on my own after he was gone. But maybe he'd been a little too strict. Yeah, that's the thing, eh? Like, you don't want to be so strict that you traumatize your kids or deprive them of a childhood where, you know, they play games, they're allowed to be a kid. They'll fall, make mistakes, get in trouble. It's part of being a child, right? That's how you learn, really. Like, you make your mistakes as a kid, get your activities done, get your experiences. But if you're too strict on them, then, you know, they're going to grow up resentful, angry, bitter. But you also want them to be mature, right? So you can't let them have free reign and just never tell them off. You need to show them what's right and what's wrong. That's the tough thing about parenting, man. Very, very tough. Well, I had good parents, which is good. I'm glad. I'm happy I had my parents. They found the right balance with me, I feel. All of the things I'd worried about had been stupid and selfish. Grandpa cared about me a whole lot. He'd been worried when I ran off, and had gone out into the rain to look for me. I tried to apologize, but when I opened my mouth, I just started crying. I don't think I've cried that much since I was a baby. But he just smiled and patted my head. Some would say, Quark, you're still a baby. At least Tim Yuji probably does. I asked him if he ever regretted adopting me. His eyes got all wide and he said, "Of course not." He told me that he was looking for a really important lady, and because of that he'd had to give up on pretty much everything else in his life. But when he took me in and started raising me, he felt like he had gotten some of what he lost back. That was when I decided I'd stay with him forever. Even if he said I couldn't. You know what would make me laugh? If Tin Miyuji was like Santa, and he like accelerated his aging by tenfold. And that's why, you know, he's tied to Akane. Well, looks like we've reached the ending of this. We end with a letter, but we do have the password from Zero for the number 1 bomb. Huh. Interesting. Tin Miyuji end. In Root Beer Veritas. So there you have it, we've got a Tin Miyuji ending, but... I mean, I love the guy. Don't get me wrong, I love the guy. I tease that, you know, he's a son of a bitch, doofus, betray me all the time, but I really do like him. Now, just quickly, let's betray him. Sorry, I just gotta do this. I gotta know what happens if we betray him. Alright. I know what you're going to do now. I have the advantage. I'm the termite. The termite, blessed with knowledge.
Until Ambidex Game polling closes.
Okay, no, skip there. I had a decision to make. Should I trust Quark and Tin Miyuji? Well, I could believe they were telling the truth and still betray them. Or we could skip all this stuff. For some reason it wouldn't before. I thought he was going to say something different, you know? Betray. I'm on to you. I knew I couldn't trust that smile. And he said that I promised to ally? No way.
Results from round 3. Please
show me. Betray, betray. Poor Fi, still on 1 point. Betray ally. Betray, betray. Sorry. Is Clover still gonna go by herself, I wonder?
Points have been assigned
if she has to go by herself, I should say.
or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Now this is gonna be rich. If Tin Miyuji gets angry at me, that'll be very rich. Hey, what's the deal?
Quark had nothing to do with it. I entered the vote.
Oh, well, there you go. So why'd you choose betray?
Couldn't I ask you the same thing?
Because I knew you were gonna choose betray.
I don't really think this is the time for a fight, though. Look, Clover's over by the door.
What? Oh no. She's just got that face again. I just imagine her like flicking her wrist to the lever and just accidentally opening it. Accidentally in quotes, of course. So yeah, she's gonna escape no matter what.
The number 9 door.
I wonder, I suppose we're gonna take advantage of the letter that we got, maybe? Because it's still Tin Miyuji's end. There must be something we learned that we can use in another flow.
Fuck, she opened it.
You sound so disheartened.
Ugh! Why? Clover, wait!
Couldn't wait for your friends, eh? They failed in their mission to trick me. Clover! What the hell do you think you're doing?
I'm going to call the others.
What?
I'll get justice for Alice.
Justice? Wait, do you mean... Even though... I've explained, right, that she killed herself on this floor?
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Time for me to go. No! Please, Clover, wait!
Like hell, I'm just gonna let you walk out of here.
Here we go. Dio leapt at Clover, his fists raised. Clover easily avoided him and moved toward the door.
Goodbye.
Well, someone actually made an attempt to stop someone. I caught one last glimpse of her face as she slid through the door. It was a mask of ice. You still gonna give me that letter, Quark? Oh dear.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the Nonary Game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
Yep, and this 5-star resort underground. Now what? Nope, just straight game over. Okay, fair enough. Well, one more floor I need to complete, which is all the way back here where Clover tries to bloody do her thing. Okay. And then she's gonna run off here as well.
Hey, Sigma, I wanted to ask
Oh
you
god,
something.
I can't wait to hear what she has to say after we choose Betray. She's gonna be like, you fool. There we go. And how did he know Clover was going to open the door?
Results
I guess he was just
from
banking on
round
someone
2
being able to open the
of
door.
the Ambidex game will now be displayed.
I don't know if he had a plan with Clover or not.
Please direct
At least on this
your
one.
attention to the results screen.
When Alice was still alive. Ally, ally. Betray, betray. Betray. Ally. Alright, now we're even.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, that's how it is, huh?
That is how it is.
Promises are made to be broken, I see.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm not as elegant as you, making, you know, promises that appear to be legitimate on the front, but really, we all know they had bad intentions and they were rotten from the start. Sorry, I just couldn't bring myself to trust you.
I could have chosen Betray and killed you.
You could have,
That was a possibility.
but you didn't, so there. Yeah, after all, you did choose Betray in the last round.
That was a completely different situation.
No, I'm talking about the last round of the game. That's what I meant.
Well, in any event, your idiotic paranoia has given Clover 9 BP.
I wasn't idiotic, you know? My life was on the line here. Okay, it's not completely idiotic.
How do you intend to deal with that?
Don't worry. She'd never try and open the...
Really? Then what's that?
Huh?
Look, I believe she's standing in front of the number 9 door right now.
I can just imagine Sigma's got this, like, dumb look on his face where his just jaws hanging over. He's going, huh? What? No way should betray me. Whoa, what the hell? No, no way. But Clover, you promised. We're going to go on a date, aren't we?
Oh, the number 9 door.
She opened it.
Shit!
Well, that's that. Clover, what the hell are you doing?
Sorry, Alice gave me an order though.
Clover, you have to get out of here and call for help. My BP's down to 1. I'll have to play the AB game at least 3 more times in order to get to 9. If someone beats me to it, then we'll be trapped here forever. That can't happen. I'm giving you an order as your commanding officer. Escape.
Thinks she's the only one. What about the promise you made me?
Promise?
You said you'd listen to anything I said!
So, I am, aren't I? I can sure hear you well enough.
God, these people and their bloody loopholes, I swear.
Every little word is reaching my ears, isn't it?
You...
What? Were you thinking of something gross? You're a perv.
That's a... What a slap in the face. Hey, come on now. Adios, amigo.
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Anyway, I did what I promised, so I'll be heading off now.
Right as Alice is committing suicide at this very moment.
Clover!
Clover!
Fucking bitch! You're not getting out of here!
He dived but missed. Dio leapt toward Clover with a roar, but she danced quickly aside, dodging his punch with ease.
Bye, guys.
With a last carefree grin, she leapt through the number 9 door. I wish there'd be an ending where someone opens the number 9 door and we actually stop them, and then we're all just trapped there, and the number 9 door is closed forever. And we're just like, well, shit. Like, the game's going to end anyway, in terms of the gameplay. I just thought that'd be quite amusing. Me and my dark thoughts.
The
If I can't escape, no one else
number
can.
9 door has closed. This ends the Nonary Game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
She's gone.
Shit!
All we could do now is wait for her to call for help.
Help, huh? Let's hope there's still someone who can.
What's that supposed to mean? Yeah, insane. Tenmyuji said nothing. Just shuffled off through the yellow door and out of the room. A cold silence descended on the rest of us. It was a silence that promised to remain for a very, very long time. Indeed. Well, one floor to go now, right? And we can unlock some of those endings as well, the initial ones. I might just go through the full flow first, and then we'll go towards the unlocked doors. Let's get at it!